2. Hey, this is JR.
And this is Jim.
And we're from Gaijin channel, that's Gaijin CH on YouTube.
And you're watching us on Give Me a Flake, Man.
Okay.
Hello morons, it is Victor, and today we are interviewing Gaijin CH, which apparently means for Gaijin channel, not Gaijin chlamydia or any of those things that you might think it means. And my guests today are...
Hi, I'm JR.
And I'm Jim.
And you guys are the masterminds behind the Gaijin CH, which is a pretty new channel. It only came to my attention recently because you guys made a really funny video called, and you basically stole that video from me. I gotta protest. That was in my brain, just like I had an idea to make this movie about a bus that goes 60 miles an hour. And if you slow down, it blows up. Someone stole that from me too. But
you had that idea too.
That was my idea. That was my idea. The way the world works, I'm pretty convinced, is that everyone has the same idea at the same time, and whoever gets on it first wins. So you guys win. So I guess hats off to you on that. They got a funny video called "Shit Gaijin Say," and I emailed these guys. I'm going to give you some shit about this. I emailed these guys, and nobody contacted me back. I'm like, hey, you guys want some help? I really like this video. Maybe I can help you throw some subs your way, because I love promoting you people that are funny, people that are talented. And nobody contacted me back.
That I had to write the apology mail and say, like, we'd really like to be on be interviewed by you.
I don't even know if these guys actually know anything about me, but that was a funny ass video. And then about a week ago, I guess 2 weeks ago, someone linked me to your Shit Gaijin Never Say, and I swear to God I had the same idea. No, Jim Mullins over at Warmouth Strat was telling me we should make this video called Shit Gaijin Never Say. And then like a day later, yours came out. I was like, God, what's going on? Someone like reading my brain at night? Like,
yeah, well, we did shoot both at the same time, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and the thing to remember about this, which was very confusing to me, is neither of these guys that you see on camera now, although you might be thinking these guys, they probably pole dance or something, neither of them are actually in the video.
Right.
Right? You are not stuck up attention whore, cam whore vloggers, right?
No. We're quite shy.
Camera? Is this like the only time you've ever been on camera?
What's that?
Is this the only time you've ever been on camera?
I have been forced to be on camera before when I used to work in television, but most of the time I am behind the camera, 99% of the time. Now
I was just talking to these guys before we did shot the interview, and I decided to stop our conversation because it was getting too interesting, and I was going to lose interest in the actual interview. So I only know just a little bit about this, but yeah, you are both actually not English teachers.
Well, I was when I first came to Japan. I mean, I've been here 11 years. So when I came here at first, I was on the JET program, and wound up teaching for 5.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Then I left, went to Temple University, studied media arts, and then got a job in television industry here.
And you said you worked for Fox.
Worked for Fox Japan.
Am I allowed to say that on Japan?
I think so.
Okay. You can't get in trouble. Screw them, right? They lost
right. I don't work for them right now, so.
So how do you land a job at Fox? I'm sure a lot of my viewers are really interested on how to come to Japan and not be an English teacher. I don't know why. Is this like the best job to have? Get to. Oh, never mind.
Well, it was good because
I can't sell that. So.
when I left English teaching, it was because I had made an independent film just as a hobby, and I really loved it. So I wanted to look into getting it in, but I already loved living in Japan. I didn't want to leave. So my options were to either go back to America to study film or to somehow stay in Japan and change my career. Right. And I found out about Temple University has an American campus here in Tokyo, area, and that was it was a chance for me to be able to stay in Japan. It's not the best film department, not a very well developed film department, but they've got media arts media arts major, so I was able to actually study what I wanted to study and stay in Japan at the same time.
And then you had to sleep with someone to get to Fox, right?
No.
No, how does that go? Do they recruit on campus, or how does that work?
For me, it was really lucky because I just had one of my broadcast had a professor for a class named Broadcast Performance, and I was probably, I guess, word got around school that I was the best cameraman going to Temple at the time. Okay. And she had hired me to just shoot she also has like a jazz band, and she asked me to shoot her jazz band. And then she didn't pay me that much for it, but to thank me, she took me to a Christmas party, and there were a lot of, at this Christmas party, there were a lot of media people.
Yeah.
And one of the guys there was he was not working directly for Fox, but he was producing a news program, entertainment news program for Fox.
And that's really the way Japan works. It's all who you know. It's all making connections, networking. Yeah. Okay, so you got a job that way, and then you left it about what? How long ago? How long were you there, and when did you leave?
I was working for Fox for about 2 years, 2.5 years really, and it just got a little. Working in the television industry was not really what I wanted to do because I had gotten into filmmaking through making my own independent film. Right. So I didn't really like being told how to be creative.
Right, I see.
Although I did learn quite a lot from people at Fox.
And for people who don't know, back in the States, Fox in Japan is basically just entertainment. There's none of that. In America, the whole image of Fox is just right-wing media arm, Murdoch, and all that.
Right.
But in Japan, there's none of that. We don't.
There's no
it's
no
the
Fox
Simpsons,
News.
right? The Simpsons, Sex and the City, and the TV shows.
I mean, like Fox, just the corporation Fox in general it's not just one thing. I mean, Fox News is only one arm of it, but they've got the channel Fox.
Of course.
20th Century Fox also belongs to them. 20th Century Fox is also here, but they operate very much like separate companies.
I see.
Here in Japan.
Okay. And you are with who now?
I am with a small media company called ACTV, doing software programming for the mobile devices, and we're also trying to see what kind of side business we can start up doing web video.
Okay. I.e. YouTube or?
YouTube. YouTube's where we're starting.
Okay. All right. And Jim,
my story.
What's your story? You're just sitting there, all
Yeah, right. My story's a lot less interesting, I'm afraid. Although it's changed quite a lot. I started out. I used to work in accounts back in the UK. I did that for like 3 years. And then, about 3 years ago, I moved to Japan. And I studied at a Japanese school for 1.5 years.
In Tokyo area?
Yeah, that was Okachimachi. And then I joined JR on ACTV.
じゃあ二人とも日本語平気ですね。
少し。
Just seeing what the point. My question with that is basically you need some basic Japanese communication skills to get around to get to where you are.
Yes,
they're essential. Right? So you were with who before you guys? You were at ACTV. How did you get into ACTV?
Through JR.
I hired him.
Oh, okay.
We needed a web guy.
Initially, initially when we started out with Gaijin channel, it was we had a much bigger website. Right now, it's just we
had a blog.
Yeah, we were updating. I think three times a week with news stories and other people's videos, etc. Whereas now we've sort of refined the focus more on just our own video content, because I think it was getting a bit mixed up. Maybe
it was just getting dry, and we weren't really doing anything with the blog. We weren't doing anything that like Metropolis or Gaijin Pot weren't doing.
Yeah.
But we're at our core, we wanted to do video, but we were doing a blog because we didn't have enough videos made yet. So it got to the point where we're like, okay, well, we have enough videos, so let's just kill the blog.
Oh, I see. So the blog is dead.
Blog's dead.
Yeah.
Long live the blog.
We've got our YouTube channel, but we also have the proper Gaijin channel website, which was fully designed by Jim. It displays all of our videos.
Okay, so it is alive, but you're basically just using it to...
but it's no longer a blog. It's just like a portal for all our videos.
Okay.
Right.
I see.
It's like if we were to get a client to ask us to make a video for them, we wouldn't want to show them our YouTube channel. We'd want them to see our properly designed website.
Of course, yeah.
Shows our best video first and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, I should probably get around to doing that myself. But it's hard to. Well, it's great you got a team though. You're working together. So what's your? You don't really do blogs though on YouTube like what I do. You're talking about your feelings or your experiences here in Japan. But you said your intention is to introduce Japan to the foreign community.
Right. Well, the whole thing is just again just my desire to do independent film. And one of the reasons that I wanted to do YouTube is I want to do some more creative story-oriented web series. But that's something where we have to build up an audience first that would definitely support it, so we could get the funding to make a budget web series with actors and some special effects.
Now you've had a couple big hits on YouTube, but you're still a pretty small channel.
Yeah, still a very small channel, and a lot of what I think we're still very much at the beginning of what we're going to do.
Right.
whole first year was really just trying to find our footing and find, what can we do right now while planning what we're going to do in the future.
Well, unfortunately, I have the bad news for you, and I don't say this with any pride, is that YouTube, often real talent, this is where they come to die. And I know it's not completely true, but one of the problems with YouTube is often it's hard for real talent to get noticed here.
Mm.
So don't be disappointed because it does work. There's a couple of shows out there who've been at it for a couple of years. One of them that's not actually a J vlogger or Japan oriented is a guy named Joe and Buzz, I think, or Buzz and Joe, Joe and Buzz, and they're like a sitcom, little 2 or 3 minutes, but they're very professional, very good. But their audience has been really tiny for a long time, and they're finally getting the recognition. It's taken a couple of years, but yeah, I would say it's kind of a hard struggle at first. A lot of us kind of like interact with each other, so since you don't do like this kind of reaction or reacting to other vlogs, it could be a little tough. But at the same time, a lot of people don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people don't really give a shit about how I feel about something, but they'll probably be more than happy to go to your video and laugh. So it's there is an audience out there definitely. A lot of people bemoan the fact that YouTube is kind of becoming commercialized like that way and kind of becoming more open to, I want to say, people like you. But I'm glad you're on here because it shows people that you've got a face. Although the stuff that they're going to see on your channel is more professional. But you're just average guys. You're just average guys with actual human faces and right. And Godzilla's in the background. I see.
Oh yeah, a couple of them.
Both Godzilla fans.
Godzilla is actually that's our connection. That's how we met. Is we're both Godzilla fans.
Yeah, you got to tell me this story. How does that?
Well, it's more Ultraman, right? Okay. We're actually we say that like we hate to be on camera, but we're actually both in an episode of Ultra 7.
Really?
Ultra 7 X. The one of the what year was it? 2007. That's how we met. Yeah.
And what happens to you in this?
We had. Oh no, we're just it's this cool like Ultra 7 X is good. I'm going to totally unpack it.
You're going to go really unpack it.
Yeah. Okay. It's this kind of like Blade Runner near future world. And anyway, well, the main character he's got to go get some information about the latest aliens to attack Japan, and he goes into this club, and we're just like, as he's walking in, we're at like the first table, just like sitting and chatting with our friends. So
you got a cameo role, I guess.
We got the cameo role. Right. Yeah, no, we're not like a cool role or anything like that.
People are gonna go back and look.
We're just the Gaijin drinking beer in the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's how you met.
Yeah, and we also that day made friends with the director of that series, and we're still sometimes hang out with him.
And he's a Japanese, though.
Japanese, yeah.
Okay, all right. So what is your purpose, or what do you hope to do with YouTube then, or what have you got coming up? What's in the pipeline?
Okay, so we've got 3 new series coming up. One is a kind of like edutainment thing, where we're going to be, and this is, I guess we can talk about it at this point.
Yeah.
We know. I saw a video recently, and I know that you don't like Ray WJ, but
Well, he just kind of takes other people's content, and which isn't that bad, except Tosh O already does that, and Tosh O's funnier, So I don't really find his humor actually. I mean, I do too. What am I doing right now? I'm talking about you guys, I mean, without you, this video wouldn't exist either, right? So I do that all the time too. But I'm trying to introduce people to other people and kind of networking, which is what we do, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically, we're going to be taking YouTube videos that have like a good amount of English language in them and doing little funny English lessons with the content of the YouTube video. So
yeah, so it's a way of introducing Japanese viewers to the really funny English viral videos that maybe I mean, what you see on TV a lot in Japan, they have a lot of these viral videos from around the world, but it's always just like cute cats and things that don't have any language. So there's not much to understand in that sense. So what we're trying to do is, everything else that everyone else is laughing at, let's try and introduce it to a Japanese audience.
Mm-hmm. And just teach them some English that you wouldn't learn in school.
Yeah, that's
bad, corrupt, colloquial English.
I always feel like doing that, but I feel like that's one of the things that restrains me. Is do I really need a video saying, let me explain what "tear you another asshole" means? I mean, why would you want a new one? Isn't one enough? You know, I mean, just things like that are hard to explain. But yeah, I do that in the classroom here. I mean, as you can tell, I don't know if you can see all the movies up there?
No.
I mean, I just got DVDs all over the place. It's a movie-related school, so we have movie posters all over.
Oh, cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
So all I do here at the school is teach movies. You know, so I love teaching that stuff. But on the internet, you know, I don't really need a video of me saying teaching that, you know, stuck out there forever. But maybe I'll do that too. I don't know. I mean,
we're trying to. I mean, this is the thing we discussed very early on with this: is we don't want it to. We don't want to force the education aspect too much because we're not English teachers. We're not English teachers.
Right. Edutainment, they call it, right?
So it's more for the entertainment value.
Yes. Well, that's what I do with the J-News, right? I try to teach a little bit and throw a couple jokes in, be a little provocative, and hopefully someone will pick up some of the kanji, some of the expressions.
Yeah. Well, I like the way that you play with the Japanese language in your videos.
Let's see. I'll have to cut right here because I'm kind of lost. What's the train of thought here? So that's what you're going to be doing in the future. Some simple questions. Okay. So how long have you been on YouTube now? About a year now?
About a year, almost a year. Yeah.
And you got on just to start up a new, just an experiment, basically.
An experiment.
Experimentation.
Yes.
Okay. And how's it going?
It's going good. Well, with the Pirates, it was our first really big success, and everything until then we were kind of like, okay, we're kind of stalling at under the 1,000 view mark.
You got to explain the Pirates. You just lost everybody.
Oh, sorry. Pirates of Tokyo Bay is
Pirates of the Caribbean. No.
Yeah.
Pirates of Tokyo Bay.
We're talking about the Shit Gaijin Say video. That's a collaboration with this bilingual comedy group called improv group called the Pirates of Tokyo Bay.
And that's Japanese and Gaijin mixed together, or?
Yeah, and Gaijin mixed together. Yeah. There's also Pirates of Dotonbori Bay in Osaka. It's the same group.
Okay.
Different people,
right.
different location, but same group. And we had done. One of our first YouTube experiments was just doing this thing called GC Reports, where we try to find something interesting and do a kind of newsy bit on it, high quality newsy bit. One of those features was the Pirates of Tokyo Bay. We went to one of their performances, interviewed the main guy Mike, and really got on with him pretty well. And he came to us with the idea of doing this video.
Oh, really? So how does that work? If you don't want to, go ahead. Sorry.
They wrote all the lines.
They're
the performers. That's because we never appear on camera.
Okay, but they gave you the rights to the video.
We shot the thing for them. Actually, no. I think how it happened, we were already planning to do the Shit Gaijin Say, and when
because everybody has that idea.
Yeah, right. But it was when me and Thomas went to film their interview for the GC Reports. We overheard them saying, "Oh yeah, our Shit Gaijin Say video," and we were like, "Oh, we want to do the same thing."
Oh, okay.
So then that's when we said, "Well, why don't we just collaborate? You write it, you perform it, and we'll organize everything and shoot it for you."
You'll shoot it and cut it and put it up. And what if you don't mind me asking, what did they get out of it?
The exposure.
Yeah.
Really, okay, because it says they get the credit and they have something for the real tape, I guess.
And and this is something we're actually planning a skit series with them now.
Okay, great.
One of our second upcoming program, and where it will be just like every episode is an individual, like maybe 4 or 5 minute skit, and as it will go on Gaijin channel, and it will be monetized with ads and whatnot. And as if we get money in on them, then we will make a contract with them to split that money.
Right. So you're quite willing to work with other YouTubers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, great. Because I'm sure a lot of people are interested, especially if you're in the Tokyo area. That's where most of you guys are. So let's back up a little bit just to review. Your first show is.
We got the
edutainment. Learning English.
Oh right, okay, the English part. Sorry, just already lost the numbers. And number two, number 2 is a series of Tokyo Pirates.
Yep. And then the third one is Sci-Fi Japan.
Sci-Fi Japan TV.
Yeah. So Sci-Fi Japan is a very, I think probably one of the biggest Japanese sci-fi websites, blogs on the internet. I was actually
for a non-Japanese audience.
Yeah. So this is like an English language blog, and I've actually been a writer there for about 5 years. Haven't written much recently, just because I don't have the time. But I mean, we're both big fans of like Godzilla and Ultraman. Right. So the plan is now that we're going to because we have good connections and contacts through Sci-Fi Japan. So we're going to go out. We're going to meet filmmakers, people that have worked on things like Godzilla, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, all this stuff.
Basically, if you go back and you look at the Gaijin Channel reports or the Gaijin Channel Artist Spotlight, it's that format, but perfectly focused on the sci-fi, Japanese sci-fis.
Okay. Okay. You're going to talk about that niche?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Did you say niche or niche? Which one do you say?
I would say niche. Niche.
Okay, we're okay then. We're connecting there. Sounds pretty exciting. So how is YouTube treating you? Well, I mean, what do you think of YouTube? You haven't been on here that long, but you probably long enough that you've got some experience of how it works. I don't know, the haters. You have any problems? Any questions? I don't know.
No problems really. I mean, you the moment you have a popular video, you have somebody who's not going to like it, and they seem to want to post about it. So but that's.
But I mean, that's cool. I mean, criticism and stuff. It's fine. I mean,
have you had any interaction with other bloggers yet?
No,
not a lot. No.
Well, there's a lot of us out here. Let me tell you. So yeah, there's a lot of people who, hopefully, I'll just tell everyone in my audience who's watching. A lot of us are bloggers or do something, of something, put ourselves out there in some way or other, either animation or skits or stuff. So yeah, a lot. Don't be surprised if some of them contact you. There's a lot of people doing stuff out there, and you'll have to politely learn how to say no, thank you. We're not interested. You're terrible. Or hey, you're hot. I want to work with you. But yeah, there's a big community out here, so you'll probably see. And I hope a lot of my viewers will welcome these guys by just subbing to them, checking out his channel, checking out their channels. Right? So yeah, it's both your channel, right?
Yeah.
You too. It's you too. It's not like it's all just you two.
It's
as far as behind everything, okay. It's us. We get other people to help us collaborate with us, but as far as Gaijin Channel is concerned, it is the two of us.
So if anybody needs to do some ass kissing, there would be. Okay, I got it. I understand. Okay.
A flake, give me a flake, man. Give me a flake, give me a flake.